Hey everyone, I'm Isaac and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2025. Over the years, Paul Thomas Anderson has become one of the preeminent filmmakers of his generation. He's had a solid career directing music videos for singers like Haim, but as a writer-director, his films have achieved critical acclaim and plenty of awards recognition. He's also in a relationship with Maya Rudolph, who my dad knew when he lived in New York, and he said she was really weird. Back on track now, Anderson's latest film, One Battle After Another, just came out. As bad as things were for Warner Brothers following the Discovery merger and all of the terrible decisions that came with it, 2025 has been a fantastic year for the studio. Not all of the films they made were great, but not only have most of them been great, even with the odd mediocre film here and there, but they've also been smash hits at the box office, with every one of them since a Minecraft movie opening at number 1. So things were looking really good for One Battle After Another, and by the time I saw the glowing praise it was getting, I knew I had to check it out. And wow, this is probably the best film I've seen all year thus far. Maybe it could be dethroned later on now that all the big awards contenders are on the horizon, but for right now, this is the peakest of the peak for 2025. It's about a washed-up revolutionary named Bob Ferguson, who shares a name with the current governor of the state I live in. He lives in a constant state of substance-fueled paranoia, surviving off the grid with his spirited and self-reliant daughter Willa. But when his evil archenemy Stephen Lockjaw resurfaces and Willa goes missing, the former radical scrambles to find her as both father and daughter battle the consequences of their pasts. Right off the bat, this film is constantly moving. Even with a gargantuan runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes, it never slows down with how chaotic it is. The title is accurate because it really feels like one battle after another, and every single one of them is expertly directed and perfectly paced, never wasting any time and constantly hitting you with new and insane scenarios as the characters try to outsmart the military officers. It's also shot on an old resolution from the 1950s called VistaVision, and it really adds to the experience by combining an old format with a more contemporary story. Speaking of which, wow, the writing here is excellent. It provides timely and thought-provoking commentary about immigration, militarism, and political corruption, perfectly mirroring current events in a way that's not super on the nose, but where it's still abundantly clear that they want to make a point about today's society. Not to mention, the writing expertly balances several different tones without feeling inconsistent. There's some really effective drama when it comes to the relationship between Bob and Willa, but also some hilarious comedy that supplied some great laughs. On top of that, all of the actors are at the top of their game here. Leonardo DiCaprio delivers one of his best performances yet as Bob, Chase Infinity is exceptional as his daughter Willa, and I can tell she has a bright career ahead of her, and Sean Penn is equal parts charismatic and terrifying as the sinister Stephen Lockjaw. And just about everything else about One Battle After Another is superbly crafted. The sets and costumes are well designed, there's some beautiful cinematography with a great use of color and lighting, the score and soundtrack are great, the editing is on point, the dialogue is phenomenal, this movie is just perfect across the board. If there's any film this year that I would consider an absolute must-watch, it's this one, hands down. It's movies like this that remind us of the power of film as a medium, being able to make you think while also giving you a great time. If I could list every single thing that makes it work, we'd be here all day. But in short, One Battle After Another is what you get when you allow a creative's vision to shine without any compromise. It's thrilling, funny, and thematically rich with stellar filmmaking and performances to boot. This is a film you won't want to miss, and like I said earlier, it's an extremely strong contender for the best film of 2025 as a whole. Easy 10 out of 10, go watch it. Man, I am in such a great mood thanks to this movie. What could I possibly follow this review up with?